What's up, everyone? Good evening. Welcome back to another episode of Tequila Talks, your friend Tequila Bay. And tonight we're going to be showcasing and we're going to be doing something new. We're showcasing Tequila Hussongs. Now, I've never tried this tequila, so in a way we're going to be working with kind of like a blind tasting. Typically, the tequilas that I've showcased, I've been a fan of, I've had experience working with, but Hussongs is a very new product that has entered the Midwest, the state of Ohio, where I get my liquor from. We're here in downtown Akron, Ohio, and Hussongs Tequila is a product that is going to be fun to try as I've never had it before. So, before we started working on this video, I told Alex, man, we got a couple videos that we're going to be working on. We got the Tequila Volcan, we have the Jose Cuervo Reserva. We're going to be doing Tequila Hussongs, doing kind of a blind tasting. I did a little bit of research on the brand. So like any tequila and like all celebrity tequilas and like all these new products of tequilas that have been coming out, there's this kind of like folklore, the story, how did it get started? So the story of Tequila Hussongs, back in 1892 in Ensenada, Baja California, Juan Hussong, who is the originator of this tequila brand, he had his own bar and his own cantina in Ensenada, which, the folklore goes that the margarita might have been first made at this specific bar, Juan Hussong's Tequila Bar Cantina. And now we have this product of Tequila Hussongs, which we have the silver, the reposado, we have a platino, which is an añejo cristalino, and then the añejo product. So one thing that, kind of drew me to this brand, and as a purchaser, as a buyer of tequila, and as a consumer of tequila, I think sometimes we're drawn by the marketing tactics that certain tequila brands provide. When I looked at this bottle, it looked rustic, it looked traditional, it looked ancestral. This Hussong silver kind of has some rusting components, kind of like a stainless steel look. Looking at the añejo, the platino, it gives this very like ceramic style bottle of tequila, which, when I look at it, it looks a very traditionalist, kind of rustic, time-honored production of tequila. And as I dove a little bit deeper into the brand of Hussongs, and let's go ahead and see the NOM number 1438. NOM 1438 has an array of different tequila products that they're producing. So, most likely it's a tequila, it's a distillery, 1438, that, kind of functions as a private label. We have a, array of, tens of, maybe sometimes even hundreds of different types of tequilas that are being produced. And at 1438, Tequila Hussongs is being produced here. As I dove a little bit deeper into how this tequila is produced, they're kind of combining some of the old age and some of the new age methods. They use a slow brick oven cooking method, combining that with a mechanical mill extraction method, to then reverting to some slow fermentation techniques. And something that I found very unique about Tequila Hussongs was that after distillation, they actually chill their tequilas to -2 degrees Fahrenheit. And the reason that they do this chilling and then bottling is so that the tequilas, upon being bottled, they don't, have this kind of sediment, kind of cloudy look to them. That chilling is supposedly supposed to make these tequilas a little bit extra like clear and lustrous. So that's something unique. I'd never seen or heard of a distillery bringing their tequilas down to a -2 degree Fahrenheit temperature. And then when they store in these stainless steel tanks, they bring it up to temperature naturally. So that's something pretty unique about the Hussongs brand. But tonight, we're gonna be doing a blind tasting. I've never tried Hussongs. I had heard very little bit about this tequila brand, but really when I saw it on the shelf, when I saw it at the liquor store, the design of the bottle and just the look, it looks rustic, it looks ancestral. So I think in terms of the marketing, they're doing a good job in tricking me, or maybe they're not tricking me, but making me think that this is like a traditionalist, ancestral style tequila. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into, I told Alex, go ahead and give me, I said blind tasting, go ahead and give me some options. I don't want to choose for myself. What are we drinking tonight? We're gonna do the silver, and we're gonna be doing the platinum. So platinum, we have the añejo, it's a cristalino. Let's go ahead and put these two to the side, the reposado and the añejo. All right, let's go ahead and get these poured out. The seals are kind of funky. Let's see if I can figure it out. It has a little tab, let's go ahead and open it up. But yeah, this silver bottle, it kind of has this detail of rust and, you know, steel and rust component. It gives it that like kind of ancient rustic look, which is pretty cool. The decanter is neat, it's low profile, ceramic. Oh, and I just noticed on the back of the bottle, it actually gives you a lot number of when this product was bottled. This product was recently bottled July 22nd, 2022. So let's go ahead and see when this one was made as well. We have the Añejo Platino in April 22nd, 2022. Do they bottle them on the 22nd of every? No, this one, the Añejo is bottled of June 14. So that's you know, a lot of the tequila products like to do these lot numbers and give you information about, you know, when it was actually bottled, when it was produced, and Tequila Hussong's does just that. Let's go ahead and crack this bottle. I think on the bar, I haven't even set it out on my bar yet, but I think on my bar it's gonna look very, very neat. I think just for the consumer end, it's people are gonna look at this tequila and they're gonna, you know, they've never seen it and they're gonna question like, oh, like what is that tequila? Like, is that a great tequila? Should I try it? That looks legit. And now I'm actually gonna be able to give them an honest opinion. But if I can open this bottle, I think they have to redesign this portion of the Hussongs. The tags are very difficult to open. And I don't have long nails, so it's making my time. We can maybe go ahead and edit out this part, Alex. You know, do your magic, make it look good. All right, finally, we got it open. Let's go ahead and pour out the Platino. So this one, Añejo Cristalino, if we remember and if we know what an Añejo or what a Cristalino, it can be a Reposado, Extra Añejo. The Cristalino should be crystal clear. Sometimes they're left with a slight hue depending on how well it is filtered or how much it is filtered. But yeah, this Platino, very clear Añejo. I need to dive into giving a little bit more information about how long it's aged, but honestly, I had just picked up these tequilas from the liquor store today. I saw them and, you know, they caught my attention. So I told Alex, I'm like, look, man, let's go ahead and try something new with Tequila Talks. Let's go ahead and do a blind tasting. So we got the Platino out. Let's go ahead and pour out the silver. Let's go ahead and see if we do notice a slight color difference. I don't know if it's just placebo or if I'm just, you know, trying to find a difference, but if I'm putting these side by side, the platinum, the Platino has a slight cloudiness to it. It's not as crystal clear as the silver, has a little bit of a hue. But again, it might be just placebo. It might just be my mind tricking itself. Let's go ahead and do a nice nosing of the tequila. Ooh, it's very agave forward. I like that. A raw cooked agave component right off the rib. Wow. A little bit peppery as well. Ooh. This one's a little bit more complex. I can definitely notice the oak. A little bit of vanilla on the nose as well. Some dried fruits and a little bit of spice component. But yeah, definitely the silver just boasts this agave forward nuance and aroma. And that's what I like to look for in a tequila. So again, never tried this, but I'm already feeling confident that this is gonna be a good product. I can notice the agave. There's no influence of avocantes. There's no influence of vanillas and caramels and sweeteners. So kind of reminds me a little bit of a Patron. Kind of a blend between a Patron and of a Don Julio in terms of the agave and the pepperiness. Salud. It's a little bit strange, not in the sense that it tastes bad, but it's kind of bitter. It's kind of It kind of has like a too strong of a medicinal component and pepperiness to it. I do notice the roasted agave. In terms of the mouthfeel, it's oily, it's smooth, it doesn't really burn. But it just has a distinct flavor. I don't think I've ever tasted a silver. I don't think I've ever tasted a tequila that has such a unique flavor profile as this Hussong's. In terms of the smoothness, I definitely give this an A+, and the palatableness of it. But it kind of has too much of like a medicinal herbal component. I really was looking for more of an agave forward expression, as kind of what the nose was telling us. The nose, I smell agave. Let me try it one more time. It's a little bit too sweet as well. If I was you and I had never tried this tequila and I looked at the bottle, I definitely would recommend you buying it and picking it up. It's a quality tequila. It's smooth. It has the right aromas. The flavor profile was just a little bit off in terms of what I prefer to taste in a tequila. But definitely, I think it gets a green light. It's definitely a recommendation. I think you should try it. So now let's go ahead and move over to the Platinum, which is an añejo tequila. Again, the aroma, it's a little bit more complex. Definitely the oaks and vanillas are present. But it has like kind of like what the Blanco tasted like, that kind of like medicinal, herbal, kind of bitter earthiness. Like that's what I'm smelling with this Platinum tequila. What that tasted like is what I'm smelling here. Salud. Now, I don't know if this is avocante free, additive free. I gotta dive a little bit deeper into this brand. Definitely a very vanilla forward expression, oakiness and vanilla. So on the nosing, that vanilla came through a lot and it followed suit right through what we're tasting. It's actually really smooth. It leaves a nice velvety component on the palate. It's a little bit spicy, dry. Extremely smooth on the finish, that medicinal side, kind of that herbal nuance pulls through. So yeah, I think ultimately like both of these tequilas kind of leave a bitterness on the finish. They're smooth, they have some of the right components, but I just don't think that they're pulling through on the finish the way I would like it to. Alex, I think you did a good job in setting me up. You know, we always want to try to start doing the silver. We always want to review and kind of grade a tequila by the standard, which is the unaged, untampered expression of the agave, and then kind of combining that best of both worlds with the aging and the charcoal filtering that delivers a complex spirit as well as a smooth spirit like a silver. These two options were very good for me to kind of do a blind tasting and you know, pass on my first inexperienced judgment with Hussong's tequila. If I were to give it a rating, I would say probably a B-, C+. I'm not like too excited about Hussong's. I think what makes me most excited is how nice it's gonna look on my bar and how much attraction, because again, it gives just that nuance of that rustic, you know, that rustic side, that, you know, ancestral time-honored tequila. It's got the really nice ceramic bottle. It's got that rusted look. And I think on the bar, it's gonna look great. It's gonna be a high quality seller. People are gonna be interested by the brand. And when it comes to the flavor, I feel confident recommending. It's definitely not one of my favorites, but you know, I give it a solid B-. It's a good tequila. So if you see Hussong's on your shelf at the liquor store, go ahead and give it a green light and go ahead and purchase it and try it for yourself. Because what I might not like, you might like and enjoy. So that's the beauty about the tequila experience. We all have different, you know, palates, and we all have different experiences when it comes to the tasting. So if I don't fully like it, you might fully enjoy it. So I don't want to discourage you from trying it. And you know, like any good drinker of tequila, we never let the tequila go to waste. So as much as I didn't, you know, was super wild about it, I'm gonna put it back. You know, and sometimes as you let the tequila simmer out a little bit and open up, you know, aerate a little bit, the flavor profiles start to change. I think now that I took another sip of that silver, I'm noticing a little bit more of the agave forward component, which is nice, which is something that I look for. But definitely this platinum really hasn't changed with that kind of bitter vanilla forward component. And definitely I can notice presence of abocante in this tequila. Well guys, thank you for tuning in tonight. I've already had a few different tastes, a few different pours. At this point, I'm feeling a little bit loose. And but yeah, thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hosting you and seeing you on the next episode of Tequila Talks. And please go ahead and leave me a comment, give me a follow, subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and check me out on TikTok, Tequila Bay, and Tequila Bay Official on Instagram as well. And thank you guys for your support. Thank you for tuning in tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing you again. Salud.